Can everybody hear me? Can y'all give me a thumbs up if you hear me? I don't know how my internet speed is. Thanks, Doreen. Thanks, Kathleen. I think I have like 1 minute. Is everybody having a good Friday? Thank God, right? Ugh. And to pop open beers same time. If you hear the noise, that's my washing machine. I'm trying to multitask. It's 32 degrees here in Northeast Arkansas. There's no snow. It's all melted, but it's pretty chilly. 11 below zero. Thanks, Doreen. You poor girl. Burn. How loud is your new oven now? My new oven. The one my son bought me, the Frigidaire one that I did a review on. Yeah, I know. I'm from Texas, girl. My kids told me this morning. 61. It's really not loud. I mean, if I'm standing there cooking while the oven's on, you know, it's kind of like, I know it's on, but I wouldn't say it's super loud. It is louder than the Whirlpool I had in Dallas, because I had a glass top one in Dallas, which I loved, and I argued with the realtor I wanted to take it because my husband bought me that one. And they told me, no way, you can't take a stove unless you want to give the seller or the buyer a whole bunch of money. So I left it there. And believe it or not, I've seen pictures on Zillow of our house, and they gutted the kitchen, so I'm sure it was sold or thrown out. It's just heartbreaking. Heat wave in Dallas. Well, we've had a pretty stressful last couple of weeks. Bill and I had made a bunch of plans to celebrate our 10-year anniversary. We've been married 10 years. And we had the whole week kind of planned out, and of course it got all screwed up. Every time Bill takes a shower, I hear popping in the like a popping noise in the pipes, because usually I'm not up there. We're only using one bathroom because the bathtub in the downstairs isn't working. For y'all that don't know, we bought a cedar cabin in Northeast Arkansas on 40 acres. This was a hunter's retreat. Like, no one has lived here permanently for a very long time. So I just kept hearing a noise. So one day I decided, you know what? I'm sick of the noise. I'm going to get up and follow the noise. Thank you very much. We're trying to recover from the anniversary, but he did get me a ring. Got me an anniversary ring. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it turned out really good, a good anniversary. So anyway, the septic system crashed on us, and we didn't have a bathroom for a couple days. It was going into a week long that they gutted the septic system. And I don't know if any of y'all have done a septic system, but it's not cheap. And because we live so rural, so remote, nobody wanted to come out here and work. So anybody that would come out here, of course, they wanted even more amount of money. So Bill did a lot of the repairs on his own with a few of our neighbors and a tractor. And then the big stuff, we had to hire somebody to do it. So it kind of messed up our whole week. And he has put a whole series of videos together not the gruesome details, but the way it all happened, and how we recovered from it on his channel. And if any of y'all don't know, my husband has a YouTube channel because I won't share. I'm not going to share my YouTube channel, but he has a channel called American Liberty Fighters, and it gives him the freedom to work on woodworking projects and homesteading, and or talk about politics. He's a disabled vet, so he talks a lot about veterans issues and things like that. And I really didn't want that to be on this channel, so I told him, you figure it out and go get your own channel. So he's had that for a while. It's not growing, exponentially, but he's being really patient, and he's doing all his own editing of video and all that jazz. So anyway, what kind of washer do you have? I have a Maytag Bravo XL, and I have a video. I did a review on it. So if you want to see all the details and all the buttons, it's right back over there. It's in the logs of my videos. It's not very old, so it's not very far down there. You got to see them pull down the tree in the front. Doreen, you've been married 39 years. You need to leave me some tips, or everybody probably needs to know, but I was married the first time for 5 years on paper. 3 years I lived with him. And then we got divorced. We went through a huge, horrible, ugly, hideous, ridiculous child custody battle for 4 years. And he died of leukemia. God took him. So anyway, I've been married to Bill for 10 years, and I'm Bill's third wife. He's my second husband. So as you know, those statistics are not good. But so when we celebrate an anniversary, it's kind of a big deal. And to live remotely with someone, you have to really like being around him, because he works at home. He doesn't leave. He's 20 steps to the living room. I mean, he's here constantly, and I'm here constantly, to be honest. It was both ways. So look at all these long marriages. Oh my God. I'm jealous. I'll never get 40 years with Bill. I'll be too crippled and old or in the grave. But anyway, so we had an ordeal with our septic system, and that's all on video, but it's been horrible. It's been tragic. For me, it's been a crisis, because I've never dealt with that in my life. I've always lived in a city. I visited my grandmother, and I stayed with her 6 months out of the year at her farm. So I have a lot of farming experience. I know a lot about farming because my grandparents ran a pretty big farm. And when you go visit your grandma and you're little, that's what you do, right? So because I'm not ready to go off grid. I think that's a gradual process. I'm not sure you can rip the Band-Aid off and do off grid if you've lived in the city your whole life and do it well. So I said no to living off grid. But as technology progresses, I know a large section of Arkansas, I don't know if y'all know this, but a large section of Arkansas has solar fields where they're converting a lot of their solar energy into electricity to provide electricity for people here. And so, yeah. And so solar is a big thing out here, and it's not so expensive where it's popular, just so you know. It's expensive when nothing like that is available in your area, and people mandate that you have electricity, blah, 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 But I wanted electricity. I wanted an indoor toilet. I didn't want an outhouse. And, I wanted some of the modern things like a washing machine and a dryer, just because I have my own health issues that I deal with, constantly. So anyway, I think we've moved past that. But my January was supposed to be packed full of lots of news. Modern Pioneers is really not a cooking channel. It's really I'm documenting what started me to do this channel was my son. He he's a web developer and he's a business owner. He's an entrepreneur. So he has a big website. He is a big business in the internet. So he told me that he would like to, have a record of like recipes, advice, lifestyle, all that kind of living to document for his kids. If something should happen to me, then he would want to be able to show his kids their grandma and her cooking and advice and funny things that happen on the farm and that kind of thing. He wanted me to start this channel. So my family members, if they're not here today, I have a lot of family members that look for our videos to see how we're doing because we live 14 hours from the nearest family member. So they don't come up here. In fact, we haven't had a lot of our family come up here, not even Bill's parents yet. So they rely on our videos to see how we're doing. So I try very hard to get them out because otherwise we'll get a text or an email saying, hey, where? Oh, my husband's channel name is American Liberty Fighters. And I came up with the name. He doesn't necessarily love the name because people call it Alf and he doesn't like it, but it's American Liberty Fighters. And I'm rarely on his videos, rarely, just because I have my own channel and I usually have him edit me out just because I really want the focus to be on what's important to him. And this is really, his children live in Washington State and it helps them get to see photos and videos and see their dad. And really, he has 3 children that live in Washington and they have never come to Arkansas to see us. And it kind of gives, if they want to see what their dad did today, they can kind of tune in. So that kind of helps. But talking about all these channels, because I don't want this to be a really long video. I know you're going to get sick of hearing me talk, but I'm going to start I get a ton of videos, a ton of emails from people asking me what I do to make a living out here. I do the same exact thing I did in Dallas. Because we have the internet, I'm able to do that. And they want to find out how to find out more about what I do, how I earn a living, all that stuff. So I decided, okay, I'm going to take the website that I use, and many of y'all probably don't know, but if any of y'all are subscribers of Janel Zero or our Half Acre Homestead or any of those channels like that, I help supply the t-shirts and all the gear that they sell on their channels. And I operate out of this little shop, and then I farm it out if it's a huge, it's enormous amount of orders. I have the ability, I have a network of people. We all come together and we all work together to get those fulfilled. And I run a lot of websites, several that are wholesale websites, and I provide homemade products like pillows, like decorative pillows, and they have really kind of cool stuff on them. Let's see, turn this around. Like porch pillows and blankets and t-shirts and kitchenware and home decor. And so people have been, hi, the Wyatt Live. Hello from India. So people have been asking me, so I'm going to start, I've already put the channel up called Cedar Hill Country Market. And I'd like to know if anybody's interested in watching anything about creating home products or home decor or making t-shirts or, how to start a t-shirt business or how to market your business or crafts or anything like that. I'm going to be shooting some video over there because it's much easier for me to do. I'm not leaving Modern Pioneers. I'm still going to be doing homesteading and cooking on that channel. That's going to continue on. But I have started the Cedar Hill Country Market, and I will, before the day's end, I'll leave the links to those and the Facebook page. If any of you are on Facebook, I have a Facebook page for Modern Pioneers, and I post daily, not videos, recipes. So if you guys are looking for recipes every day or every week, or you want to start, you want a menu plan and stuff like that, my Facebook page is, I think it's got 700 likes or something. I can't remember, but daily I share recipes that I'm making, or I share other recipes that people shoot to me and ask me to share to people. So if you're looking for a place like a recipe box, go to Modern Pioneers on Facebook, and I'll leave the link to the Facebook page here today as well. And you guys can now we got all that crap out of the way. Anybody have any questions they want to know or anything like that, just shoot them out. I'm ready to answer them. Hopefully I can keep up with all of them. Let's see. Montana. Bob, you're far. I love that state, though. I've seen so much of it on the History Channel. My husband loves anything Western. And we actually looked for property in Montana, but it was so expensive we couldn't afford it. So we didn't go to Montana. Iowa. Does anybody watch? I love YouTube. I watch a lot of different channels. Some I like, some I don't like. But does anybody watch Out in the Country? Anybody like the Out in the Country channel? Anybody? They're the cutest little couple. That guy watches. He takes on a project with no issue. I lived in Utica, and then I've seen Montana. I've only lived in Texas and Arkansas. I visited everywhere, but I lived in Texas my whole life. I grew up in Spring, Texas, if any of y'all know where that is. And then after I got married and then divorced, I lived in Sugar Land, Texas, where the old Bonnie and Clyde did their run. I lived in Sugar Land for a long time. And then I'm Oklahoma. I like Oklahoma too. Reba McEntire's from Oklahoma. And then I moved from Houston to Dallas. In 1999, I moved there. And then from Dallas, after I moved to Dallas, I lived there almost 10 years, and then I met Bill. And so no, I'm not, Bob. I'm not on solar. Bill would love to do solar. He wants to do wind turbines. Our neighbor, the people who have the channel called Sniping Rhino Ranch, they're right kind of down our hill from us. Sniping Rhino Ranch. Yeah. They have a wind turbine and some solar. I think it's having issues, but yes, we have a generator backup. It's on my husband's channel. He shows the generator. It's a Generac. Bob, do you know anything about Generac? It's a if the electricity goes out, that generator kicks right on, and we're good for like a week. It's a propane generator. How far from civilization are you, Doria? Girl. To go to Walmart, it takes me 35 minutes to get to a Walmart. I'm 10 miles of dirt road to the main road, concrete road. So I'm 10 miles on gravel or dirt road. You love Generacs? Ooh, that's a good thing. Yeah, we got a generator. It's sitting right outside the door here. It's a propane generator. And we've already had it tested once because squirrels get on the electrical poles here, and electricity can go out for 5 or 6 hours at a time. How far are you going? Anybody have any videos I don't have that you would like to see? Anything that you're wishing I had that I don't? I'm up for, suggestions as well. 9 miles on a ground. Okay, so you get it, Doreen. Yeah. Same thing. The roads are bad when it rains a lot or snows. I have ordered a refrigerator 2.5 months ago from Lowe's, and it's a debacle, but it's still not here. They tried twice to deliver it and got stuck. So I still don't have my new refrigerator. I don't know. I've given up even knowing when it's ever going to show up. I've put my husband in charge of figuring that out. I've unloaded and loaded the refrigerator twice because they said they were on their way. No, Mickey. Those jerks are still over there. And it's not good. They leave beer cans down the road. It's bad. My husband, what he does, and some of y'all think this is good, and some of y'all might think it's bad, but he revs up the chainsaw during the day. He works out in the yard. He plays loud music. He does a lot of stuff because their camp is right on the other side of our garage over there. And the chicken coop turned out great. All my chickens, I don't know where some wood is. All my chickens are alive and well, and they're beautiful. And none of them have gotten sick. None of them, no predators gotten them. Nothing happened. Yeah, you appear weekly for me because I run a business, and the UPS man does not like us. He dreads driving up here. He hates it. But I don't know what to do. I mean, it took almost a mailbox. The post office wasn't going to deliver out here. Over the head of the post office and get that taken care of. So, anyway. Well, I want to tell all of you, thank you very much for subscribing to my channel and even spending any time with me at all. I look forward to the comments everybody leaves, and it means a lot. Does anybody have a favorite recipe that they can share with me that I've made, that they've made, and it's been awesome? Anybody? I'm curious. Any recipe that I've made. Nikki, the tarp is over that because Bill's not finished the roof yet. It's there, but it leaks. And we bought this material to go over it. And he's not put it up because the weather hasn't allowed him to. That's his job. Yeah, so Bill's going to finish it, and it's going to be on video. He still has to build, he still has to paint it to match the house. Still needs an outside access to get the eggs. But with our electric fence and the way he built that chicken coop, we haven't had any problems. None. And I hope we don't. I haven't named all the chickens, but I've named a lot of them. Do I have a PDF of a cookbook? No. I don't have a PDF of a cookbook. What I'm using, Doreen, is my grandma. She published 3 cookbooks, and I think they're still on Amazon. I'm not sure. But they're like 400 pages a piece. And it would take probably years to scan them or whatever. So I've just tried to put my favorite ones out of the book. And that's how I do it. And then occasionally I type them up. But they're fattening. Some of them aren't fattening. Some of them are just good. And you can substitute. You can substitute stuff to make them still taste taste really good and be less. They're not all fattening. I try to put my favorite home cooking ones on there though, Nikki. Anybody have any favorite recipes? Put them on a flash drive. What do you mean? Yes, bad tick problems during the summer. Seed ticks is what get me, not the regular ticks. The seed ticks fall out of the trees, and that's what gets me. They usually get under my arms and the back of my knees, and they're not like a regular tick bite, because when you feel them, the tick's long gone. And they don't seem to care if you have off on or not. It doesn't matter. You have to use some sort of a high powerful tick preventer. Bill gets the spray from I think it's Bass Pro. I'm not sure. And then I use the Skin So Soft from Avon. That usually keeps them off too. And if I forget, I'll get them. Yeah, like this. I know what a flash drive is. I'm saying the book is 400 pages long. I would have to sit and type 3 cookbooks with 400 pages front and back. So 800 really. All the recipes, and then put them on a flash drive is what you're saying. It would take me years. Even if I took a photo of each one. That's just a big project. Yeah, I collect recipes too. I love going to flea market. If none of y'all know this, Arkansas is the flea market capital. There's flea markets everywhere. You can find, I haven't been to a town that doesn't have a flea market yet. So there's cookbooks everywhere around here. Maybe someday I might put her best recipes together and make one, or maybe if the videos, if they do well, I'll put like the top 200 videos or something in a PDF or something. But I do have a blog page, Doreen. If you go to the blog page, a lot of times I'll go there and type out the recipe, and you can print it from there on a PDF. So I do recommend Arkansas, but I don't know your circumstances. So if you have any specific questions about some restrictions you have, I don't know, weather, sinuses, allergies. Oh, well, Bob, they're on my blog page. And I can leave a link to my blog page. It's just potspansandpioneers.com. It's on Google. And you're on Facebook. Well, there's a, I'll go to Facebook. Let's see. I'll go ahead and post a page here for y'all. That's the Facebook page. Let's see. And I'll get you the blog page. Blog page. So there you can, if you click, there are a few recipes I've not taken time to, type out the whole recipe. I think the mini chicken pot pie is a recipe, but it's in the video. And really that video isn't about my rest about not having, and I know people are going crazy with the comments on there, but you can use any pot pie recipe. I just didn't put the bottom crust. I put it in a muffin tin. It really wasn't as complicated as people made it seem to me. It was super simple. Um, and if anybody's interested in flea markets, I could probably go through and do some video while I'm shopping at flea markets. I'm happy to do that. I just don't think people are interested in that kind of thing. So Bridget, I don't know if that's something you'd be interested in, but going live on a flea market, I don't know. But the Pots, Pans, and Pioneers Facebook page is growing pretty well. People love the recipes. And I also post my videos on there too. So if you don't catch them on YouTube or you don't get the notification, I do post them there. And people go over there to talk to me about, you know, if they want to change an ingredient or whatever, they usually will message me on Facebook. But I know not everybody has Facebook, so don't worry about that. All right, does anybody have any other questions? So the two things I wanted to talk about today was we had a really bad situation with our septic system. It's very expensive, something you probably want to look at if you're looking at property. We found this homestead on landandfarm.com and on Zillow.com. I just double dipped. I got more information from one channel to the next. And then I went to the realtor's website to get even more information about this particular homestead. I don't know if anybody's looking for land. Anything like that. Bye, Bob. Thank you. But that's a little tidbit of information. I would love a flea market videos. Doreen, are you serious? Really? There's a ton of them, girl. I guess you could message me if you wanted to buy something. I just pick it up and mail it to you. That might be fun, huh? I get to shop for other people. That's funny. And then let me go ahead and leave the information for the. Do you guys like giveaways? Do y'all watch a lot of YouTube channels that do a lot of giveaways? Do you like the contest? I've not done that yet, but I can start doing that if that's something people like. I don't know. But I was thinking about doing that for the launch of my new channel. And let me get the links to that. Here is the link to the Cedar Hill Country Market. This is the YouTube channel. And this is the Facebook page. I'll grab it right here. Oops, I didn't like that. Try again, and try again. Okay, let's see. Let's see if that works. Thanks, Doreen. Thanks, Mickey. I'm glad you like it. It's really dark inside, or I would be doing interior videos to show y'all. It's just so dark. We're going to be doing some renovations on the inside. We're going to remodel the kitchen. And we're going to remodel both bathrooms, and we're going to put some wainscoting on one wall to kind of bring the light in because it's so dark. And then we're going to also, in the future, we're going to be adding two rooms onto the back side of the cabin. We're going to extend the house to add, up the value. And we'll be doing that too, and that'll all be on video. But I'm trying to take a cedar cabin and turn it into a farmhouse. And I know most people really love little cabins, but they're not so fun to live in. We're going to be starting seeds in March because our first frost doesn't come until then. I mean, the end of our last frost doesn't come until March. So I'll be doing all that stuff indoors and starting seeds. But y'all, he's told me he wants to take over the gardening this year. I'm going to help him, and we'll do videos, but a lot of the gardening is going to be on his channel. And his channel is the AmericanLibertyFighters.com. Excuse me, American Liberty Fighters on YouTube. So he's going to be taking over the gardening. Bill is super organized, just very neurotic about stuff. And so you'll get a barrage of information about gardening just because my businesses are pretty busy during the day. It's hard for me to break away to do that kind of stuff. And last year we had so much pumpkin. I had pumpkin coming out of pumpkins, and tomatoes do so well in Arkansas. So if you love those two things, I had nothing eating my tomatoes, no deer eating them, nothing. I had tomatoes till we got our first snow. I had tomatoes still growing. So yeah, he's excited. All right, Mickey. Excited. Well, do y'all have any more questions? I don't want everybody to be so bored. I just kind of want to do a live, get to know y'all, see who's out there watching me, and maybe let y'all get to know me a little bit, my personality. I wish that too. And look what happened. So I really hope he's telling me the truth, that he really wants to take that over. Because I would really like to rely more on growing food as opposed to going to Walmart. There's just, everything has a recall on it. So I would rather get it. But we're getting 8 eggs a day still on our chickens and ducks. So we haven't had the slumps of chickens during the winter or anything like that. Thanks, Doreen. I'm going to tell him. He's going to be so excited. He's had the same number of subscribers for like 2 years. Every time he gets a subscriber, he gets so excited about that. Salsa. You want salsa? Do you like spicy salsa or do you like mild salsa, Mickey? Because I like mild. And my husband can't eat spicy because of his stomach. So that's why I haven't done one, to be honest. Do you like spicy food? Kathleen, are you still here? Oh, spicy. Well, you would have to get some habaneros and jalapenos, and just because that would really spice it up. Bill can't eat salsa because he's allergic to onions. He can't eat onions. I love salsa, but I can't have it spicy. Oh, yeah, with all the tomatoes. Yeah, I should have done. I mostly grew the canning tomatoes and the Roma tomatoes. Yeah. Do any of y'all have YouTube channels that I can subscribe to? Anybody have a favorite channel that you think, man, you need to watch this person? If y'all want to drop the link, I'm happy to subscribe. I'm from West Texas. West Texas. I was born in Beaumont, Texas. Do you know where that is, Mickey? I didn't live there. I was adopted, so I was taken from there into Houston, but mild salsa, Doreen. Okay, I might do a video on mild. I guess they could kick it up and change the peppers, but I'll have to do a mild salsa. I love salsa. We watch Lemon Acres too. You know, Mickey, I started doing canning videos and the canning police came after me. The canning police on the homesteading community, they all attacked me like crazy. And I've been canning my whole life. I mean, my grandmother was a wonderful canner, but because I wouldn't show specific steps that I was taking that I think are obvious, like washing jars and sterilizing jars, they were kicking my butt and it was causing problems. So I just decided I'm just going to show the food before I can it and then after I can it. Yeah, Doreen, my husband has Barrett's esophagus. Do you know what that is? He has acid reflux too. He can't have anything spicy. Yeah, I don't watch Big Family. I have not had a good interaction with Brad, so I don't watch them. He Skyped my husband a few times, and well, I won't get into that story. But I haven't had a good interaction with that family, so I don't watch them. I'm so sorry. I'm sure they're awesome. I just didn't have a good experience. Canning videos. One of my favorite channels is Out in the Country. My husband and I, we watch Art and Bree. We do watch Justin Rhodes occasionally when he's not dirty marketing. I avoid the ones where he does that. Yeah, I'm not an expert in nothing, but I never had a problem with a canning. I've never had a problem with a mason jar exploding or food going bad or coming unsealed or anything like that. So I just do the way I was shown how to do it from my grandmother, and that's the way I will continue to can food. So, living traditions in Missouri. I haven't seen them. I'm going to write that down. I haven't seen them. I'll go check them out. Homesteading occasionally. He does heavy marketing too. I will. Living traditions. Okay. And I watch J0 and I watch RFA Homestead just because they're good friends of mine. And I know them. I've met them in person. So we watch YouTube more than television. What is dirty marketing? Oh, that's a long conversation. Okay, well, Mickey, I have a marketing degree, and so I have to do this when I'm watching people on YouTube because I always cringe when they ask for to go click on this and I want you to go buy this series and I want you to go do this and they click on this link, and when you click on the link it says what's your email address. I think that when you click on a link and somebody wants your email address, you should know that before you click the link. I don't think that somebody pointing you towards something without telling you what you're going to face is honest. I have a pressure cooker, which is the same thing as an Instapot. I do. I have several pressure cookers. So, Mickey, I just don't like it when people try to your email address that you give people, even YouTubers that they're trying to sell you information. Doug and Stacy is one. They have a great channel, but just occasionally, I call it wicked links, where they'll put a link out and say, go sign up for this, or I'll give you this, or I'll give you away this. And when you click on it, it opens it to what they call a spacer page, and they ask you for your email address. Your email address is worth like $2,000. It may have gone up in the last few years. So I don't like those people that do for them to say, ask you for your email address. If you want to provide that information, that's what you need in order to get this. But they don't do it that way. They play dirty, secretive, and I don't like it. And I don't like seeing people being treated like that way. They post 5 days a week. Who does? Yeah, I think Justin Rhodes, he posts every day too, except for Sunday. I don't think he posts anything on Sunday. Oh, Doug and Stacy. I love her videos. They're awesome. I watch them. She's a real healthy eater. I know she tries very hard to do everything organically, but yeah. I try to catch her videos. Oh, living traditions. Okay, 5 days a week. I'll tell Bill that. Living traditions. We'll go sub their channel. Stafford. That's a good channel, Doreen. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. That's a good channel. And if any of you are curious and you want to check out my neighbor's channel, it's Sniping Rhino Ranch. He's a veteran. He's a Marine vet, combat vet, who has retired from the military and is raising his 2 kids over here down the hill from us. And he does trapping, and they do homeschooling and that type of thing. I know his wife's real into crafts and scrapbooking. I don't know how much she's going to be involved in the channel, but they've just started their channel. I've talked them into it. Took them forever, but I've talked them into it. And I think they have like 50 subs now, but they're our neighbor, and you'll see Bill and him on our videos because they're up here a lot. Weed them and reap. No. Read them and weep. That's another one I'll have to tell Bill. There's some channels I've noticed have dropped off, like they just disappear. I go to see if they have new videos and they are just nowhere around. Have y'all had that experience? I mean, like they're nowhere to be found. It's odd. At least do an ending video. Sorry, I'm not going to do YouTube. Something. We watch The Great American Homestead occasionally too. If he does something, we do watch American Homestead. Does anybody have any home businesses or anything like that that they want to tell me about? Maybe I'd be interested in buying stuff from y'all, or anybody have any home businesses or you want to promote anything? This is the moment. Oh, okay. I'll put their link in here. Sniping Rhino Ranch. Here we go. Okay, anyway. Thank you very much for coming and checking out the chat today. I appreciate it. Arizona, it's a large channel, Urban Homestead on 1 acre. You should see their backyard. Oh, okay. Okay. We were watching the guy in Alaska, but he's decided to sail his life. So we dropped off his sub list. There was a guy homesteading in Alaska, and then he took a boat, and he's. Oh, thanks, Doreen. I'll tell him. Thank you. Listen, if you don't like it, if you need to know, I mean, don't feel obligated. I'm just sharing. I talked them into doing that. They wanted to get involved and make it something that the boys could do and that the family could do involved together. And I thought it was a great idea. I mean, they're going to be doing projects down there. So, and their family lives in Kentucky and Wisconsin. She's from Wisconsin, and that's where they met, in Wisconsin. And so their family's far off too. And it offers the family a way to see how everything's going without making phone calls. All right, everybody. I'm going to go. Thank you, anyone. And I'm going to be putting out a sausage roll video. If I can get it to upload tonight, it's going to. If not, it'll be tomorrow. The internet's slow, but I made sausage and I'm going to be putting that up. And on the new channel, I have of the tote bags I finished out, and then I've got some more on my new channel. So if any of you guys if you know somebody who's into sewing and handcrafted artisan gifts and things like that, if you want to forward that link to Cedar Hill Country Market to them, I'm going to be contacting the first 10 subscribers, and I'll probably offer them something out of the store. So just let me know. And I'm going to do another live probably once a month for a few months and see how things go. And my next one's going to be on a weekend, on a Saturday, so people can get on and not have to be at work, or it might be in the evening, whatever works. But thank you again for coming and talking to me today, and I appreciate all of y'all, all of the support. I've been on YouTube 4 years, and this is my very first live. Scary. And I know you don't get to know me when I'm doing videos. So I just thought I would have an opportunity to sit back and relax and not have to talk about, you know, okay, Mickey. And if you have any suggestions on recipes, I got the salsa, but if you have any other recipe or anything you want to see, just shoot me a message. I'm happy. I'm super interactive, so you can catch me on Facebook or the website or any. I will answer you back. So thank y'all, and I enjoyed it so much, and I look forward to talking to y'all again. And have a blessed week. Find somebody to bless. Bye, everybody.